Hello everyone. Today I'm going to share a very important video and I'm going to draw your attention to one aspect that most parents are missing in the present generation. So the parents can be of any generation, maybe generation X or millennials. So irrespective of their age group, the current generation of parents, they are missing one very important aspect. Now what is it? In order to provide the things that they didn't have in their childhood, the parents are actually overlooking the importance of the things that were provided to them in their childhood. Now this may sound a little confusing, right? So let's take some examples, right? So suppose the parent didn't have maybe financial abundance in their childhood, or some anything like posh possessions, or some facilities, or bigger house, or fancy cars, or fancy clothes, or designer clothes in their childhood. So they might have wanted those things in their childhood. Now in order to fill that void of their childhood, nowadays parents are providing all the things to their children, and not realizing at what cost. Now both the parents may be working really hard, and they may be spending more time in their work, and in that process somewhere the children are not getting what they really need. Children's needs are really simple. They just need parents love and attention, and of course the basics, like food, shelter, and security. But the parents are so busy filling up their own childhood void, that they are not able to see that the basics they are just missing. Like they're not giving enough time to their children, because there is a limit to how much you can give. And our time is also very limited, so in that time they are spending more time in building maybe great career, which is not wrong, or building big maybe empire, or big financial securities for the children, which is also very very essential. But they are missing on very very basic of children's needs. Say for example, as I said, they're not giving the time, because now they are so focused on the work, that they are absent in the children's childhood. Now this is really important. Children's brain is developed in, especially in the first 5 to 8 years of their lives, where majority of brain is developed. Although it takes late 20s where they are fully developed, but in the initial 5 years the children's subconscious mind is very very active. Now if the child is not surrounded by loving and caring individuals, their parents, then whoever is in their circle, they are going to get affected, and you have no control over what they are influenced by. So it's very very important that you pay attention to children's those needs, which are very essential for their overall growth development, for their brain development and brain function and emotional intelligence. Now children, they need very simple, when, if you remember our childhood, when we were little, we were just happy eating simple food, as long as it is shared within the family, with the family, and there was enough happy conversation around it. But nowadays parents are so focused on giving everything so much, that they just miss out this whole point. They may take their children to the fanciest restaurants, but not realizing that at the cost of absence. The parents are absent while they are arranging for all those things. The children, they need very very, one of the most important thing is they need your connection. This connection is getting so missed. And nowadays parents very happily give out a lot of facilities to the children, and one of the facilities is that screen as well. So in order to provide for all those things, they are actually becoming more and more disconnected. And when they are getting disconnected, that's when all the behavioral issues, the emotional problems, and health issues, and relationship issues in the future for the children, that they all actually surface because they have not learned to be connected, because they have not seen their parents enough and long enough to build the connection. They have not learned to feel secure in a relation. They have not learned to be present in a relationship. And these small things, these looks like really small points, but they have very big impact on the children's overall personality. Money and status, finance, everything very important in today's world, no doubt about it. But we have to always draw a line, what and how much that we need, and then we have to then build up on top of it. Not like if you just keep chasing, then remember, this chase is ever going, and even a lifetime will not be enough for all the chase that we do in our life, because we have unlimited desires and unlimited ambitions and dreams, that if you keep chasing everything, then trust me, one life is really not enough. So today, all I just want the parents to just do is just think about this, what my child really need. So in general, the children, as I said, they need your attention, your love, your connection, your time, and your presence, not just physical presence, but also mental presence. Sometimes what happens, that children are around, but the parents are on their screen, scrolling, or they may be having, actually, they on the screen, they may be doing some work, or if they have a business, then they may be doing something on their phone or their screens. But then you have to decide what is important and how much time should you give to your children and your work, and then strive for the balance. Because before you even realize, the childhood is over. And to be honest, childhood is just 12 years. It's not even long enough. And nowadays, because of the busy schedule, before you realize, it's like blink and miss kind of a childhood nowadays. I'm experiencing children, with the children, that they just grow up so fast that before you realize, they are gone from the house. And you just think, oh, I wish I had spent more time with my child, made more memories and more connections. So that's all for today, because nowadays, because of this disconnection, lots of physical and emotional problems, very complicated, are surfacing. And all we need to do is just be mindful, prioritize, and think what is right for my family and for me and my children. So that's all for today. Until next time, just be mindful. And if you have any insight about it or anything to share, please let me know. And until next time, just be mindful and happy parenting.